not lose any more mamas. These babies can't be growing up without their mamas because the healthcare system doesn't view us as mamas. Whew, sorry.
Can I catch a break? Give a pretty brown girl her space. You can keep your bitter. I'ma make a better way. Hey, hey. Already got the world on me. Give a pretty brown girl her space.
Hey there, beautiful people out there. Chris here once again. Hope you guys are doing well and staying safe and staying warm because, girl, it has been cold here in Texas lately. So make sure y'all staying safe and warm out there, okay? And also, happy Black History Month. Yes! We know Black History needs to be all year long, but that's another story for another day. You guys can see from the title, we're going to be talking about doula stuff. Yeah! And since it's Black History Month, what better time to talk about being a Black doula, Black childbirth educator, Black maternal health care, and all that good stuff. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So I hope you guys are ready. So without any further ado, let's get it. But first, are you subscribed, girl? If you're not, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell twice so that way you're notified every time I post a video. If you've been here this whole time, girl, hey girl, hey, you know I love you. You guys know that I am officially a certified childbirth doula and childbirth educator. So I posted that video and I announced it a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't mean to just drop it and just leave the topic hanging. I was going to talk more about it, but because of the holidays, travels, and all the things, I was like, no. We're not gonna do this. We're gonna bring it up. We're gonna bring it back. You guys shared that you guys are interested in becoming a doula, or you started looking into becoming a doula, and my story was kind of your confirmation. So that is so exciting. Oh my God. I hope you are continuing on your journey to becoming a doula because we need you out here. We need you. Before I start talking about being a doula and childbirth educator, I just want to say thank you so much for those who have followed my motherhood journey for all these years, watching Maddie grow up, Tristan grow up, Troy grow up. If you guys don't know, being a mom is such an important part of me, and being able to serve my family, serve my husband, serve my kids, that's my first ministry. And so being able to serve my family has been a true blessing, but also that's why I feel like I was called to be a doula, because a doula is a woman who serves by definition, and I feel like I've always been called to serve my community. That's why I became an AKA, serving in my church, serving my family, serving in communities, and being of service. Like, I feel like that's what I've been called to do. So now with this journey as a doula, I feel like I've just been called to serve mamas and serve my community of women, to assist them on how to have healthy, less traumatic births. Because when we hear maternal health care, there's like this anxiety inside, because what we hear, when we hear that word, we just know of the negative. So I want to change that narrative to bring a positive perspective on childbirth. Childbirth is beautiful. It's what God created us women to do. With society and people who really don't care about women's health, especially Black women, you know, it just takes away from the journey. I just want to change that narrative and bring back the beauty. So yes, I am a certified childbirth doula and childbirth educator, and the reason why I became that was because I live along the border, and when I had a miscarriage back in 2021, that loss exposed me to the maternal health care system here along the border, not just in Laredo, but along the border, because this was my second miscarriage. So I knew what to expect when it comes to a miscarriage, but when it came to getting the help and the care that I needed to make sure that my miscarriage was going about the right way, it just seemed so far-fetched. And so I started to do research, and I just started to do a lot of inside scoops and do some investigation on my own to see why did it seem so far-fetched to get care for this loss that I was experiencing. And so from the research that I saw, the statistics and the research and all the things that I found was just disturbing, gut-wrenching, and it was just like, wow. And it's sad because the women here do not have the proper health care and the proper support that they need to have a beautiful childbirth experience. The vast majority of the OBGYNs are men. A lot of women are being assisted with their births with men, and they're not really, you know, it's basically on their own time. Like they schedule their C-sections. Like I remember when I went in to register at the hospital for my birth, the first thing she asked me, she was like, are you scheduled for your C-section? I said, excuse me? I was like, no ma'am. Like, first of all, scheduled for what? And second of all, no, I'm not getting a C-section unless, God forbid, that's what the end result, because interventions should be just that. They're meant to intervene if all else goes off course. That's how I knew something had to change, because that's the routine. It's like you get scheduled to have your induction, you get scheduled for your C-section, or whatever the case is. It's just a lot of factors as to why, you know, because there is a high obesity rate, there's high blood pressure, there's a lot of statistics as to why. Those who are low risk and those who want to go the natural route, or those who want to have home births, the access is limited, and that's disturbing. Giving birth twice in Maryland, my experience was pretty dope. Like I had a black midwife with Maddie, because initially when I went in, the midwife on duty was a white old male. I don't know, to me I was so uncomfortable knowing that this is an old white guy in between my legs, checking my cervix, putting pressure on my cervix. I said no. I remember for a fact, I said, I don't want this guy to take care of me. I will wait hours until the next rotation, or to the next midwife who's on rotation, to come take care of me. And God is so good, y'all, because the next lady that came in, she was a black lady. Shout out to Azuka. Oh, I miss her so much. But yeah, she was a black midwife, and she was so gentle with me. Like just when she was checking my cervix, it was so gentle, and she was just giving me breathing exercises. And I mean, keep in mind, I was doing everything naturally, so I felt everything. And after that experience, I was like, wow, this was amazing. Same thing with Tristan. Even though the midwife that I was with throughout my pregnancy, she was black, but the midwife that was basically the midwife that delivered Tristan, she was just as kind and gentle. It was a room full of women and everything. And when the umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck, they took him quick and took care of him. It was just a true experience. And I always said, wow, why can't all women have this experience? It breaks my heart when I hear stories about traumatic pregnancies and traumatic birthing experiences. It breaks my heart, because it goes to show you, like, when you have a good support system, and when you have a team that truly cares about your well-being, and not just your well-being but the baby as well, you're unstoppable. Truly a blessing to have a good support team when it comes to childbirth. And when it doesn't happen that way, that's why the statistics are the way they are. You know, when it comes to, oh, I don't feel well, oh, okay, just go sleep, just get some water, take a rest, because you know you can't eat while you're going through labor, because in case you have to get a C-section, you can't eat anything before surgery. So, you know, it's just one of those things where having that support is everything. And that's why I want to serve my community of women here, even though, you know, the doctors may be male, doulas are not trained to deliver babies. However, we are there to advocate for you. We're there to support you. We're there to give you physical and emotional support to ensure that your delivery and your laboring goes well. Because in the end of the day, we want a healthy mama. We want a healthy baby. And we don't want interventions unless we have to have them. I share that just so that way you know why I'm so passionate and why I'm so excited to help and serve women. And also, when it, not even just with the doula piece, but the educational piece of it. Like, a lot of women here are not educated on the process and on the journey of becoming a mom, or journey and process of pregnancy and postpartum and labor and delivery. Like, I was even looking for classes myself just to have a little refresher and everything, but the classes I saw were once a month for an hour. What is a mom supposed to learn in an hour once a month when she's pregnant for 9 months, 40 weeks? I just say, you know what, we're gonna have to make some changes, okay? Because we can't be setting mamas up, especially first time moms. We cannot be setting mamas up for failure, okay? Like, there's a lot of outdated information, there's a lot of information out there, but it's not really accurate to the current season that we're in. We are in a season and a generation where things are being basically coming to the light. And so you're sitting here telling me, oh, okay, well, you need to lay on your back and open your legs and you need to push. No, honey, how the body works, you are allowed to turn on your side, open your legs, and press down. You can get on all fours and push down. If you open your legs, your hips will be able to get the baby out of the canal. Like, it's just so much outdated information, and we just need more passionate people to educate the masses so that way we can have healthier babies, healthier mamas, and they can go through their postpartum journeys in a healthier way. But when you have people who don't care because they want money, I'm telling you, if you have a baby, check your bill and you will see they will charge you for every little thing. They're gonna charge you for the delivery room, for the bathroom, for the slippers, for the C-section, for the anything that you touch at the hospital, they are gonna charge you for it. It's a money maker. Childbirth is a money maker. So most people, not all, but most people don't see women as humans. They see us as money makers, and that's why the statistics continue to be the way that they are, because we're not looked at as humans. We are looked at as money makers. That has to stop. We cannot lose any more mamas. These babies can't be grown up without their mamas because the healthcare system doesn't view us as mamas. Whew, sorry. That's why you need a doula. If you're pregnant or you're expecting or you know somebody that's pregnant and expecting, this is why you need a doula, okay? You need a doula because a doula is a woman who serves. Doulas are trained to serve you. And we are not going to just serve you, but we're going to serve your family as well. Because yes, you can have your mama, you can have your grandma, you can have your husband, you can have your cousin there at the birth, but we as doulas, especially us who have been through childbirth ourselves, we know how it goes. And so we are trained to give you the physical and emotional support that you need to make sure that you have a healthy childbirth experience. And we are going to take care of you from the time you start laboring to the time you finish. Once you get home, we're going to check up on you. And let alone a postpartum doula. I mean, having a doula overall is a luxury for moms. But having a postpartum doula, like honestly, I wish I had a postpartum doula. But at the time, I was already a doula. It was just, I was just focused on, making sure that me and my baby's good. But knowing that they're going to take care of you from beginning to the end, on top of the support that you'll have from your family and stuff, I say, why not? Why not? It's truly a luxury for our moms to have. Number two, if you do your research, the numbers do not lie. Statistics show that women who have a doula during childbirth tend to have healthier pregnancies, labor and delivery, and postpartum. Okay, this is not me just saying this. Statistics don't lie. It lowers the amount of time that you are in labor, less likelihood that you will have any intervention, and you're advocating for yourself. We're advocating for you, and we're making sure that we do everything in our means to make sure that you have a healthy pregnancy. So that's why the amount of interventions are limited, because we're doing everything in our power to make sure that none of that stuff, the man-made stuff, goes on your body or goes, intervenes with your experience. The numbers don't lie, honey. Do your research. I'm going to leave some links and articles down below for you guys in case you are interested in reading up on maternal health care, especially Black maternal health care. It'll be linked down below because it's an eye-opener, okay? But basically, the stats don't lie, numbers don't lie. You want to limit your time in labor, you want to limit the chances of having interventions, get you a doula, okay? Number three, you're going to need help, okay? I think why I wanted to become a doula is because I wish I had someone like me during my pregnancy here. Because back at home, you know, I had my midwife, I had a team, I had my husband, had my mom. Well, my mom wasn't there during childbirth, but you know, just know I was around family and stuff. But being here in Laredo, my village is not here. So going through my pregnancy and my postpartum and my labor and delivery, I was by myself. Like, I was with my husband, but you know, I had my midwife, and you know, the nurses came in to check in with me. But having a doula, husbands are supportive. Most husbands are supportive, but they don't know the woman's body like we do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yes, he was helping me hit those pressure points and, you know, helping me walk around. But there's nothing like having that extra support, especially from a trained professional and a woman who knows our bodies like we do, to help you get through your childbirth. I wanted to become what I wish I had. And so I'm glad that I'm in a position where I can be of service to women during their childbirth experience, so that way they can get through it in a healthy and positive way. Like I said, it's no shade to male doctors. I hope I don't come off shading male doctors. I remember when I was a teen and I had to get a pap smear, because I get pap smears every year. Please make sure, y'all women, make sure you're getting your pap smears every year. Okay, please check your cervix. Okay, I remember my first time getting the pap smear. It was an old white male checking me, and he was so aggressive. It was very awkward. Can you imagine laying on the bed, getting your down below checked, and it's an old white male between your legs? Like, that is so awkward. Low-key, I was kind of traumatized, to be honest, and I just said I never would have a male doctor ever again. I had the white male midwife when I was pregnant with Maddie, and I said no, never again. So this is not to shade male doctors, but no one knows a woman's body like a woman. I'm a strong advocate for doulas. I'm a strong advocate for midwives. I am a strong advocate for making sure that women have a supportive system. But in the end of the day, no one knows a woman's body like a woman, okay? So no shade, but keeping it real. All right? All right. There are plenty of reasons to have a doula, but I will say that having a doula is truly a blessing. I don't have any clients yet, but that's going to change. Hopefully, Lord's willing, that would change. I'm going to have had some consultations, and some of the stories that I've heard so far is confirmation as to why I'm doing what I'm doing. The doctors may not like me. I don't care. It's not about how they feel about me. It's about making sure that these mommies are good and that they are taken care of, they are supported, and making sure that they have an advocate for what they need and want during their experience. If you have a strong passion for women and you want to serve mamas, especially in the healthcare system, I say become a doula. In that, I'll link the video here for you guys in case you want to check it out, to let you guys know, just to share a few trainings, doula trainings. I shared doula training I went through, the same childbirth education that I went through and everything. It will be linked down below as well. But if you have a strong passion, please pray about it. First of all, pray about it. Make sure it's in the Lord's plan for your life. If you are called to serve women, especially mamas, because yes, there are doulas, but there's a small percentage of Black doulas. It's rare to see Black doulas, especially where I am along the southern border, okay? Doing research, making sure I wasn't tripping, make sure I wasn't skipping over anything. But the fact that I am the first and only Black doula along the southern border, it's truly humbling, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I'll be like, God, like, what am I doing here? Like, ain't no Black people down here. I mean, we out here, but we ain't out here. And sometimes I just be like, God, why am I down here? Why you got me in the middle of nowhere? And then people like looking at me. But when I got my certification and when I felt led to go on this journey, it was confirmation as to why. And I know exactly what my purpose for being here is. I feel like I know what I've been called to do being here. And that is to serve these women here, because they need it. may need it. And wherever I go, you know, I want to move to Florida, I want to move wherever else, but wherever I go, I know that I'm going to be of service to women, because that's what I've been called to do. That's what I got my certification in, and I finally feel like I have a purpose. You know, I feel like I'm walking in a purpose. I need to share this journey. I want to continue to share information. You know, I know there's content that you guys want me to do, want me to share, but just know that this is my true passion. And so if I start talking about this more, please don't unsubscribe and don't leave your girl hanging, okay? It's just because I'm passionate about this. All right, I mean, I got my shirt on, I'm rocking my shirt, so if y'all see me in public rocking my shirt, don't judge me. It's just I love my business, okay? Definitely become one, especially if you are a Black woman or minority woman. Please, we need you out here. We cannot have any more mamas dying because we are not taken seriously. I mean, being Black already, we're not taken serious. It's like we have to continue to make our voices heard, and we have to continue to make sure we're heard and we're seen. Hear how much effort we have to put into making our voices heard, and we can't do that anymore. You know, we have to stop lacking education when it comes to childbirth. Stop thinking that people care about our well-being when they don't. I say all this to say, if you are pregnant, you're expecting, or you want to be pregnant and you want to be expecting, I'm praying for you, baby dust. But definitely look into getting a doula. I pray if you have a midwife, please go with a midwife or a successful, well-known OBGYN, preferably women, if any. You know, I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. But for that extra support and advocacy, get your doula. Promise you, it's one of the best luxuries you can have. Or if you know anybody that's pregnant and they need a doula, yeah. And if you're here in Laredo, got you. So yeah, so I just want to share that because, like I said, it's Black History Month, and you know, to be a Black doula is truly a blessing, because like I said, there's doulas out there, but there's rarely doulas that look like us. So we got to make a change, we got to make an impact, and we got to help one another out here. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will leave my page down below. You guys can check me out at Wise Birthing Experience, wisebirthingexperience.com. If you're looking for services from me or looking for education as well, then check my website. Go to my website and check it out. My baby is waking up. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Give it a big thumbs up, share with everyone that you know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Peace.
Better way. Oh,